I am in awe. This movie was absolutely beautiful, and I was not expecting to be this emotionally moved by an Adam Sandler space movie. But here we are. I had no idea this movie was even coming out, let alone be as emotionally resonating as it was. I'd seen a trailer for it a month back, but figured this movie was going to be a typical buddy cop space movie, with some stupid jokes, and let me just say, it is far from that. This movie is a space movie, yes, but it details loneliness, homesickness, love, and friendship too. It details the mission of Jakub, played by Adam Sandler, a Czechoslovakian astronaut who is set to fly his spacecraft past Jupiter to a space cloud called, in quotes, the beginning, to gather particle samples he can bring back to Earth to be studied. But along the way, he gets an unexpected alien passenger who he later calls Hanush, a spider-like creature who can influence Jakub's thoughts and provide the necessary therapy he needs on a solo mission like this. And along the way, a lot of profound and meaningful scenes take place. A massive part of this movie's plot is the romance between Adam Sandler's Jakub and Carey Mulligan's Lenka, who are starting to separate physically and emotionally as Jakub's mission occurs. She's in the late stages of a pregnancy with Jakub's newest born and is starting to feel the absence of his presence, along with wanting to leave Jakub for his consistent inept ability to love her and appreciate her. With Hanush's presence, Jakub has to deal with nothing but self-reflection as he journeys across the stars. And man, this movie fucking wrecked me emotionally. Again, I was not expecting an Adam Sandler space movie to be as emotionally resonating with me, but holy man. I've been dealing with a lot of things in terms of loneliness and a sense of distance in my life, and this movie shifted my perspective on a lot of things for me. It's really astounding how Netflix can make ethereal, visually moving, and beautifully made movies like this, while putting out movies like Lift only 1 month before. I'm at a loss of words with how great this movie is. I've always been a fan of serious Adam Sandler movies, and his performance in this film was amazing. It truly feels like this movie was dedicated to someone he loved, either someone who passed or someone who is currently living. And the scenes he shares with Hanush, who's voiced by Dano, by the way, caused an immense melancholic feeling in me like no other. It was truly beautiful to me. Dano's voice could carry me to sleep, to be honest, but in a good way. His smooth voice is shockingly warm, and for a giant spider-like creature, makes you just want to confide all your issues onto him because he just seems like the perfect, warm therapist you could ever ask for. Plus, some of the lines that he says are legitimately heartfelt and moving.
I don't understand. Why commit to a promise if it can readily be broken? What purpose does such a commitment serve?
And the music in this movie is amazing. It keeps you sucked into the scenes like no other, offering a visceral and melancholic atmosphere to every scene. The movie is simply like no other Netflix movie I've seen in recent years, to be honest. I think it is genuinely the most emotionally moving movie I've seen from Netflix in years. And the space aspects of the movie offered an immensely unique environment to portray these themes and characteristics. I'm a sucker for space movies, and this movie, although it takes place in space, will have you paying attention to the dramatic heft between its characters who are millions of miles away. This movie is a drama through and through, so if you're looking for something that is action heavy or comedic, definitely don't go into this movie thinking that is what you're going to get, because you aren't. What you're getting is a beautifully raw, emotionally impactful story set in space, carried by beautiful performances from its 3 main leads. I suggest anyone who has a Netflix subscription to turn the movie on now. It has beautiful themes that highlight how easy it is to let selfish motivations take over from paying attention to the ones you love. It is a movie that will make you look at life differently. And instead of wondering what takes place outside the world, looking up at the stars, wondering what could possibly take place outside the solar system, this movie will make you look inward at yourself and make you reconsider how your emotional connection with others is impacting your daily life or theirs. Are you truly appreciating the ones who are in your life today? Or are you constantly looking for your next mission to go and accomplish for vanity purposes? And I know most of you are here listening to me review an Adam Sandler space movie, thinking maybe I'm looking too deep into this, or not, but I genuinely mean this. Take a second to unplug your mind. Literally go outside, look at the stars, and process if what you're doing is taking away time spent with those who are only in your life for a short period of time. Looking out to the stars and dreaming big is great, but just remember that dreams will always be above you any day to look up to and try and grab. But seeing your loved ones slowly leave your life can happen in a second, and one day, you may look back at the times you were looking ahead and wish you stayed in the present a little longer to appreciate what you have right in front of you. Overall, Spaceman with Adam Sandler is a brilliant film that I loved deeply. It made me think about emotionally moving topics I hadn't considered in years. I highly recommend you take an hour and 46 minutes to dissect a movie like this. It'll be worth it. I hope hope you enjoyed this review. I have a lot more content coming up, so stay tuned. If you've watched this movie already, what did you think of it? Did it impact you in a way like it did for me? Let me know down below. That's all I have for today, guys. I'll see you all very soon. Peace out.